What happens if somebody gets a hold of your knitting that has no clue how valuable it is, and they do damage, or if you drop a stitch? This is when an assortment of crochet hooks comes in handy. In stockinette stitch, it's really easy to do the repairs. You just have to find the last stitch that is still intact and put your crochet hook through that loop. And then you need to find the bars that correspond with the next row, the next row, the next row. This bar comes from that row, so you pull that bar through that loop coming from the front of the stitch. So if I turn this around and pull another bar, I have twisted the stitch. If I pull this, if I leave the crochet hook in and just twist the stitch like that, it will twist the stitch. So I have to pull the crochet hook out, put the crochet hook back in from the front to the back, pull the next bar through from back to front, take your crochet hook out, go from front to back, find the next bar, pull that through from front to back. Now if I go and grab this bar, you can see that that's going to leave something you don't want. It's going to leave a big loop. That's not the next bar, because this is where this stitch is coming from. The next stitch comes from this loop. So this bar is coming from this stitch. I need to get this bar through this loop. Take my hook out, go from front to back, pull the bar, the next bar through from back to front, and then put my knitting needle back in. Remember how I taught you to do that? Now this one has been straightened out. If I put it on this way, it's twisted. Remember? It needs to lean to the right. So I need to come from the back to put it back on my knitting needle. Oh, better. Uh-oh. I dropped a stitch a long time ago. Now what do? Do I have to unknit to go back there? That is one way to solve it. But another way is to find your crochet hook again and find the bars between the rows where you didn't knit this stitch. You can find the stitch easy enough. There's a loop there that's hanging out all by itself. So you come in from the front of the stitch again, and there's the bar above it that needs to be a stitch. So you pull it from back to front and put your needle, your crochet hook, and take your crochet hook back in from front to back. Okay, where can I find another bar? The bar is between these two stitches, so I need to put this stitch on this needle. There's the next bar right there. I need to pull that bar from back to front. Now this kind of repair is going to make your stitches tight. So you have to decide whether or not the tight stitches are better than taking your piece apart to get back to that dropped stitch. There's the next bar I need. Pull that up and put that on your needle, because it has yet to be knit on this row. It does make those stitches tight. Remember that this stitch hasn't been knit yet because my yarn is coming out of this stitch, so I have to knit that one, knit the one I picked back up, and finish the row. All better, slightly tight, but no holes.